You are now tuned in to the Holy Shit Podcast AEW Dynamite post show for May 22nd, 2024, the go-home show for this year's Double or Nothing. Let's just get right into it. First up, we get Roderick Strong and Trent Beretta getting the win over Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy with the help of the Undisputed. They left Ospreay leaking afterwards. I'm telling you, this match between Roderick Strong and Will Ospreay will be the best professional wrestling technical match on this card this weekend. Hands down, I'm just going to declare it already. But anyway, they left him leaking. He was there in a pool of his own blood setting up their match this weekend. So like I said, cannot wait to see Ospreay and Roderick Strong for the international title. It should be amazing. Next up, we get the Bucks. Man, the job the Bucks are doing in this whole GM new authority role is just completely brilliant. But besides that, the Bucks, they're backstage, they're handing out flyers saying Darby Allin is not allowed in the building. And then Sanjay comes out and said that his giant will destroy Bryan Danielson for them in the main event, setting up a hell of a match between David and Goliath style wrestling. I love those type of matches. You know who's going to win. Bryan Danielson is not. Let's not even get into it yet. But anyway, the first segment of the evening, we got the Bang Bang Gang going in the ring, talking all type of shit about Pac, calling him Pac, just making fun of his name. And then, of course, he comes on the screen and he tells them he's got a surprise for him. It's Rey Fenix and Penta Death Triangle. So, of course, this weekend we are getting a triple threat match or trio, triple, whatever you call that. Triple champion triad match, whatever. That's gonna happen at Double or Nothing. Bang Bang Gang versus Death Triangle. Hell of a match coming soon to a pay-per-view near you. Next up, we got, one little side note I want to say. If the Guns ever come to WWE, they will be a hell of a tag team. I'm telling you, they are developing, and just that name, Billy Gunn, and they could come back, maybe some new DX type shit, who knows. But just side note, I just wanted to say that real quick. I was thinking about it when I was watching the show. But next up, we got Brian Keith versus Shibata versus Hook. The winner goes on to fight Jericho, and of course, it was some fuckery at the end. You got Shibata. He had Brian Keith in a leg lock, and Hook came with the choke out. Double submission, kind of like what happened on NXT. Not sure if y'all seen Ron's breakout star of the week, but go see that. Kind of same ending. Triple threat match, but two people win. So we getting Shibata versus Hook versus Jericho for the FTW title this weekend at Double or Nothing. I'm all for it. Just please put the title back on Hook. Get it off Jericho. It's just enough is enough. Let Hook move on. Maybe him and Shibata fight for it. That'd be incredible. Let's just separate Hook from Jericho, like I was saying in the beginning, and let him do his own thing. Thank you very much. Next up, we got Takeshita defeats Matt Sydal. Afterwards, of course, Moxley comes out. He's got the mic. You think he's about to say something. He just hits him in the head with the mic, knocks him out, and says, I see you this weekend at Double or Nothing, as he will put the IWGP Heavyweight Championship on the line this weekend. Now, I know that's the heavyweight title match, but on this show, the match I was looking for to be hyped up the most was probably Willow and Mercedes, and they wasn't even on the show. I mean, it was a promo segment, but they weren't live there. To be the go-home show for that, to me, to be the most anticipated match that I want to see, I would have liked to see them live there. Maybe what they did last week, do it this week. Maybe it was scheduling. Who knows? Just a sidebar. Next up, we got Swerve versus Nick Wayne, and of course the Patriarch. They come down, interfering in the match, but a hell of a segue. When Christian came down, Swerve was chasing Christian Cage around the ring, and then he did a kick while Nick Wayne or Luchasaurus, one of them was down. I mean, it was funny as hell. But anyway, Christian's running to the back. He's thinking he's getting away in the car, but then Nana comes back For a second, I did not think Nana and Swerve was going to be together. He haven't been seen for weeks since the breakup, but it's good to see they are still together. He cut off Christian. Swerve got his hands on Christian, pulled him out the car, gave him a fucking, I think it was a DDT on top of the hood of the car. And right when he was about to give him a concerto with the hood of the car, Christian takes off. It should be a hell of a match for the main event for the AEW World title. Like I said, at the beginning of this whole feud, I was not looking forward to it, but Christian, he's just Christian, man. He's the heel of all heels, and you just gotta hate him. So hopefully Swerve gets the W, goes on. I can't see Christian at all winning the championship. If he does, we're not even gonna say that. But we'll get to predictions later on. But Christian takes off, gets off in the clear, setting up their match later on this week for Double or Nothing for the title, like I said. Next up, Malachi Black defeats Kyle O'Reilly, who is just getting shit on. I'm telling you, man, Kyle O'Reilly needs to be packaged differently. He should have just been with the Undisputed. I don't understand why he's going on his own. But anyway, Kyle O'Reilly goes down, but afterwards, Malachi Black is in the middle of the ring, and the ring goes red. The whole arena lights are red, and when the lights come back on, blood falls from the ring, crude style. He's covered in blood. And, of course, Adam Copeland gets on the screen and tells him he'll see him this weekend at Double or Nothing in a steel cage match. I pray to God for Adam Copeland's health in this match. I mean, he's just been going pretty hard at his age. I know AEW would give you some life and make you think you're young again, but please, sir, calm down. This is a steel cage match. We don't need no crazy shit. Let's just get through it. But anyway, that's this weekend at Double or Nothing. Malachi Black versus Adam Copeland. Next up, let's get into the women. Toni Storm, the women's champion, and Mariah May beat Harley and Saraya. But afterwards, Serena Deeb comes down and beats the shit out of Toni Storm, and she's the babyface. Toni Storm is supposed to be the heel. This just shows you how Serena Deeb is kind of just not it right now. It's just kind of like something for Toni to do. But anyway, they booed the hell out of Serena Deeb as she was beating down Toni Storm, the heel. Toni Storm is just super over, I guess, and it's just undeniable. But this weekend is setting up their match, Double or Nothing for the women's title. Toni Storm will 1,000% win this match. That's not a prediction, people. That's a spoiler. Next up, the main event, we got Bryan Danielson beating Satnam, the Giant, via DQ because, of course, the Bucks and everybody came down. Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Sanjay, everybody got involved, just beating the hell out of Bryan Danielson. But then, of course, who comes to the save? The one guy who was barricaded the whole night from the arena. You just knew he would show up. Come on, this is professional wrestling, people. We know these things. Darby Allin to the rescue with a goddamn Elon Musk blowtorch. He didn't do much. He just shot the blowtorch, but Bryan Danielson threw, I think it was Matthew or Nicholas, one of them off the stage, through a table, setting up their match this weekend at Double or Nothing. Will it be FTR, Bryan Danielson, and Darby Allin versus the Bucks, Okada, and Jack Perry. Hell of a pay-per-view coming up this weekend. We might or we might not have predictions later on, but just so you know, put the notifications on YouTube and you will never be left out whenever we are going live, posting posts, or doing whatever we do here on the Holy Shit Podcast. But till next time, I think we got SmackDown coming up this Friday. The whole gang should be there. It's your boy ABE from DET, and you are now tuned in to the Holy Shit Podcast. We'll see y'all next time. Peace. Media.